Well, I can remember being in Kelowna when I was 17 or 18 years old, and I can remember seeing graffiti around the city and on trains, which at the time I wanted to emulate. It wasn't until I went to college to take fine arts that I was given a book of Jean-Michel Basquiat's works that I decided that art was something that I wanted to do. And I started out working on canvas in oils and oil bars because those were the mediums that Jean-Michel Basquiat had used that I had seen in the book that was given to me. I started out in a studio in my parents' garage in Penticton. I had acquired a lot of supplies, mostly acrylic paint, oil bars, and aerosol. I experimented a lot, taught myself for the most part. I had done artist camp in Wells, BC, where I got to meet Chris Cran and Harold Clunder. Chris Cran is a realist painter, and Harold Clunder is an abstract expressionist who I was able to mentor under. Interestingly enough, it was Chris Cran who taught me to actually keep my signature out of the composition. My art that I do is mostly drawing and painting. I have tried writing poetry. The first time when I first started doing work in my parents' garage in Penticton, I had come up with some charcoal drawings on canvas, which I took to the art gallery of the South Okanagan, and I showed my work to the curator of the gallery, Paul Crawford, who liked some of my stuff and said that we could probably do a show for me. He has been supportive to me throughout my career, and I can say that I actually still use his bio for shows, still to this day, yeah. So how do I create my work? Well, the first thing I do is I get the supplies that I need. I'll usually come back to my studio and set up my canvas or my paper. I like working a lot in acrylics, silk screening. I mix my own custom colors. I do collage, usually will be the layout for final pieces. For materials, I like using spray paint, acrylics, painter's tape, masking tape, archival paper, felts, pencils, and I'm mostly working on paper and canvas. Most of the work that I do is here in my studio. Another thing is I'm not usually worried about making mistakes. I believe that the piece eventually will reveal itself to me, and if there's something that I don't like, then I'll just go over it. This is where I practice most of my drawing techniques, which is predominantly blind contour, modified contour, and I do drawing at my apartment where my chalkboard is, and I like doing art at both places, but the studio is where I work when I'm doing my painting because the process can be very messy. The reason I think why I do the artwork that I do is because there is something that compels me to do it. I don't know why, but I do it because I feel that I want to. I get a sense of freedom doing it, possibly a sense of liberation, accomplishment. I like imperfection. I like that art changes over time because it would evolve the way people do. I like that it disintegrates. I know a lot of people don't like that about my work, but that's why I do art that I enjoy doing, stuff that falls apart, and stuff that is archival as well. I believe my art comes from me and through me. It is not a reflection of me. I'm not trying to make someone think or feel anything in particular. I usually would just like it to be their own experience. You want to know why I'm doing blue? I'm not sure. I'm gonna throw some red in there next. That's what I want. I look at it and I say, You know, like what does it need, right? It needs red soon. I think. But I could change my mind, right? People change their mind. I've done work in a mural festival in Penticton that I was had the opportunity to participate in 2 or 3 years in a row. So I have had some shows, solo shows, group shows in Penticton, Kamloops, Vancouver, and the ones that I have in Merritt were at Merritt Printing, Breathe Bikes, Brambles Bakery, and the Art Gallery. The Nicola Valley Arts Council has given me the opportunity to show some of my creations there. I've got some Joel Reid original paintings. I have art panels. I have T-shirts, tea towels, bags, totes, cards, and prints currently. And I always enjoy volunteering for them whenever they need me. Thank you to the Nicola Valley Arts Council for everything they've done for me. Okay, so this is basically the first painting that I ever did that I actually liked. I think that this piece I had worked in oil, spray paint, and oil bar. See the thing in the corner there. So I still have it. I'm not really willing to sell it because it's very personal to me. I think I had done this piece 15 years ago. This was one of the first kind of style of painting that I used to do. It's actually not a painting, it's charcoal on canvas. And this was in my first show in Penticton. And this piece is kind of interesting too for me too. This is the first piece that I ever had, I don't know if you could call it positive feedback, but I hadn't really done anything up until this point that actually had been complimented on. All right, this piece, I think I had probably done this close a bit over 10 years ago. As you can see, it's a pig wearing a muscle shirt. And who has gold teeth and is crying. I guess I decided that I was going to do a painting of an actual thing as opposed to some type of, you know, abstract. So this is kind of stuff that I've been working on lately, like blind contour drawings in black felt, and then once I start to see kind of shapes, you know, in the squiggles, then I like to get a nice felt pen and work some color in and stuff. So this kind of thing too. Just mostly have been working on drawing, felt drawings and stuff like that. So this is what I've been working on most recently. I put a chalkboard, painted a chalkboard onto the wall. I'm mostly working in chalk. I could probably take a picture of this and then blow it up on a projector onto canvas so I can actually just trace the image onto canvas and then I could work into a painting from there.